Hi, third graders. Yesterday you learned how to self-correct if you were reading and you came across a word that you didn't know how to pronounce. You thought about, did the word look right? Did it sound right? And did it make sense? Today we're going to learn what to do if we're reading something and it doesn't make sense. So our goal is, I can read and think again about the story when I don't understand what I'm reading. Has this ever happened to you? You come to a part in a book that doesn't make sense. I did that when I was reading Bats, Strange and Wonderful. I had to stop. When I read this part of the story, I was confused by the words pour down in this sentence. At night's end, the female bats pour down from the sky. I stopped and slowed down because I didn't understand how bats could pour down from the sky. If I'm going to understand what's happening in the story, I have to figure this part out. I needed to think back about what happened in the story. So I went back one page to look at the picture. I thought, what are the bats doing in this picture? It looks like they are flying together in a large group, especially as they come out of the cave. Next, I reread the words on that page. At dusk, swirling clouds of bats rise nearly 2 miles high, catching winds that carry them to faraway insect hunting grounds. The author uses the words swirling clouds of bats. He is using descriptive language to explain how the bats look when they come out of the cave. So I'm going to reread the words from the page I didn't understand. At night's end, the female bats pour down from the sky. Knowing that the author uses descriptive language, I now know that he is describing what it looks like when the bats are coming back to the cave. So I'm going to think again about what is happening on this page. It must look like the bats are pouring into the cave, like when I pour milk into my cereal. Looking at the picture and thinking about the author's words helped me to understand what was happening in the story. So, when you're reading something and it doesn't make sense, make sure you follow these steps. First, stop and realize that you're confused. Next, slow down. Don't keep reading the story. Step 3, think about what has happened in the story. You can go back and look at previous pages. You can look at the pictures and the words. Then, reread the page where you are confused. Think again about what you're confused about. Taking these steps can help you clear up any confusion you have about what you've just read. For our read aloud today, we're going to read The Honeymakers. As you are listening to the story, maybe there are parts that don't make sense. Remember, you can go back and use these steps to help yourself so that you can understand what you are reading. Happy listening, third graders!